Alright, hello everybody, it's WonderCat, and I swear I won't do too many more of these. He opens up with Drapion and Gothitelle. I open up with Raichu and Rotom Fan. Gothitelle goes for Trick, and I end up with a Choice Scarf, which doesn't actually bother me too much. I go into Teeter Dance, and they took my Lumberry, so the Teeter Dance is not going to affect Gothitelle. But I'm not going to let that bother me. The Air Slash did pretty good damage, so I go for Nuzzle on Drapion just to shut that thing down. And that thing goes ahead and uses Trick on Raichu to try to get something out of me. It manages to get my leftovers. I use Air Slash on the Drapion and go for another Teeter Dance. And that is going to be a helpful thing. I think Gothitelle was looking for some kind of a damage item and did not get what they were expecting whatsoever. That Jolteon has an air balloon. That's going to get popped by Air Slash here. And, yeah, I go for the Paralysis on Gothitelle with the Nuzzle, and we see Jolteon going Rain Dance. I go ahead and go for a substitute to protect my Raichu, as it is the crux of my team. And he brings in Goodra. So I Air Slash the Gothitelle. That thing's probably not that big of a threat to me at this point. I Teeter Dance with Raichu. Rotom is already confused anyway, so it's not really going to bother me all that much. And I Air Slash at the Goodra with a Nuzzle, and then I forget the fact that he's got Rain Dance up, and probably that means, because I knew with the Rain Dance Jolteon he was going to be bringing in Goodra, but I forgot that he's probably going to have the ability that allows him to heal right away. Well, this time he puts his Gothitelle to sleep, and I go for a Nuzzle on it. Not really getting a whole lot of damage. I also made another stupid mistake trying to paralyze a sleeped Pokemon. And I just went ahead for Knockoff, which gave me good damage, combined with the Air Slash, which puts this Gothitelle in a position that is not ideal, and Rain Dance ends. So I go ahead with the Air Slash and finish off that Gothitelle before it can wake up, and now Nuzzle is going to annoy the Goodra. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to stop him from Dragon Pulsing and taking out my Rotom Fan, and I go into Espeon. I know that Golem is going to be a major threat to Raichu. I Choice Scarf that right away with my Espeon with Trick, and I do Teeter Dance, confusing it. And as I expected, there's the Earthquake, and Espeon manages to survive. Raichu's substitute unfortunately goes away, and since I didn't have leftovers, I didn't get any health back because those were taken from me. So I go into substitute again, and I'm just trying to stall out the opponent here. I know Espeon's going to go down, I don't particularly care. There's not a whole lot that I'm worried about with the Jolteon, because it looks like it's more or less just there to set Goodra up. And from here I go into Porygon Z, which is my primary damage threat on this team. And I go for yet another substitute, trying to keep this Raichu alive as long as possible. I try attack the Jolteon in case it wants to try any funny business, since I have Paralysis and Confusion on Drapion, and I didn't figure that was going to be a threat. Now, I did something stupid here. I didn't expect this Vaporeon to have Protect, so I went all in on Vaporeon, which he was expecting. And again, I ignore Drapion because it's just right now not that big of a threat. So I go for Teeter Dance. I know that that Protect is not going to be up twice, and then I go for a Tri-Attack, which actually doesn't do anywhere near as much as I would have thought. So the Scald fades my substitute, and Drapion, again not being able to do anything because of the paralysis, the hacks are really affecting it, and I go for Knockoff on Vaporeon combined with Tri-Attack. I was hoping that would kill, and it doesn't, and I lose my Raichu because of it. Alright, so he goes for Knockoff on Porygon Z, which I wasn't holding an item at the time, so it really didn't cause me any problems. I take out the Drapion with Tri-Attack since the confusion on it is ended, and I get Toxic. So I go behind the substitute with Shuckle. This is actually a Power Trick Shuckle, and I know the Golem is coming out, so I'm going to keep, with Porygon Z, going to keep pounding that thing with Psychic while I get Shuckle set up in case he has anything stupid like Rest that might, ruin me. I'm setting Shuckle up with the Power Trick. He has Rock Slide as my main damaging move, which is, again, another flinch move in order to go along with the Raichu, as well as my Belly Drum Snorlax with the Stockpile, which also has Crunch. So pretty much this entire team exists for the sole purpose of supporting my support Raichu. And once again, it worked out for me. This guy played quite well and did everything in his team's power that it could to handle that, and it didn't work out for him. Alright, so guys, this has been WonderCat, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.